Can you guys hear me? I have no idea what my audio sounds like. Okay, recording. Now we're just waiting for Lattice to join. Okay, I'll shut up. Ah! Hello? Yeah! Oh my God. That was something. Anyway, let's get started to the questions. Okay, first of all, really sorry to you guys that the Twitch didn't work. We're gonna try to move over to YouTube Live and see how that works. If that doesn't work, we'll just stick to recording stuff on Zoom and later uploading it because like I
Yeah,
think Zoom is just the easiest option. But if not, I mean, we just want to be live because we want to interact with you guys while we're asking questions. Um, but if that's not possible, we'll probably just keep doing that like on Instagram, you guys ask us questions and then we'll respond to them like on Zoom and then we'll upload the videos later. Um, but hey, welcome to the first episode of Painting is Watching. Finally.
no, can you hear me?
Yes, the mic. Okay, wait, how's my
Oh,
mic?
wait.
Can you hear my mic?
Yes, the headphones don't work though.
That's
What's
okay.
happening? Like, I feel like a 40-year-old. I can't figure technology out today.
You're a millennial.
Your flop era is low key serving.
I'm kidding. No hate to millennials
What?
there. I said you're a millennial. Can you okay, if I put this closer, does my mic sound fucked up? Uh-oh, there's someone inside. Okay,
This
let's
I feel.
answer some questions.
True.
I've always wanted to do a podcast because I've always wanted an excuse to just yap.
Should we say why we started it? What sparked this idea?
You go, because this is all your
Okay,
idea. This is all Lattice's
so
idea, by the way.
because I've been meaning to make a podcast for the longest time, just because I feel like I'm really good at just talking nonsense all the time, nonstop, and I will always find a conversation to keep it up. So I always wanted to start a podcast, but it's a lot of work and it's a lot of dedication. And I just like, besides social media, just like handling that and handling school, it's not ideal, but I just literally talking and then they freaked out. They got too excited about it, and that made me excited because it was like, shit. I've mentioned to my friends about starting a podcast, and no one cares because it's 2025. Everyone has a podcast, but what matters is the intention and being persistent and just communicating. And our purpose here is to create a community and just like talk to you guys, answer questions. If you have questions for us, we are 20 and 21. We don't know it all, but this is our third year in art school, and we're just gonna be sharing the knowledge that we have now, the things that we figured out on our own, and we're just gonna talk about general things that spark our interest in the art world, and I don't know, our history, pigment making, fun stuff. But
Color theory. Okay, maybe.
oh yeah, just like leave. So that's why we're here today. We're gonna be answering your questions. I sat for hours. Well, we sat for hours just reading them, and then I just wrote down all the ones that I thought were like the most general, the ones that we got the most of. And
I
yeah,
think
so let's get started.
Yeah, I think just another thing that makes us so raw is that we're still in the process of being like in school. Like I know you spoke about that, but like we're taking time. Like right now, Lattice has to leave for class in a couple like in an hour, I think. I don't have class today, but still like we're actively still going through this process and we want to learn like with you guys, but we also want to like what Lattice was saying, share what we've already gone through. To be honest, I've asked a lot of questions because I'm still figuring it out, like website building, all that kind of stuff. Because I feel like Lattice has it more figured out than I do. But anyway, yes, let's
We're here
answer
to
the
help each
question.
other. That's
Yes,
literally the purpose. That's why we wanted to have this as a live stream so we could be able to talk to you. But this will just be an introduction, okay? This is
yeah, this
just the
would be an
first episode. We're
introduction.
learning in the process.
This is the pilot episode. We're gonna see how this goes.
Pilot episode of fuck.
This is the pilot episode. Welcome to the
Okay.
pilot episode of Painting is Watching. Okay, let's get started with the question.
So, Nathan,
Yes.
what draws what draws you to surreal human form?
The real human form? Um, well, okay. Well, recently in my projects I've been painting a lot of trans people. And I guess in a way that is a surreal human form because being trans is like this out of body experience. You're born with a soul that doesn't really identify with the body that you're born with. And so in that of itself is very surreal. Um,
True.
and like I I've had to write I don't know how you say it in English. It's called an ensayo, which is like kind of like a little essay about your work and how you got there. Um, and in that like little essay, I've had to talk about why I do proportions the way that I do. And in one of them, I
They
was just
always want to make you explain why.
yeah, and I'm like, why can't I just say that I fucking hate realism? I don't like hot opinion. What's it called? Like controversial opinion. I don't like realism. I don't like it. I would rather see a style than realism, especially when it comes to hyperrealism. But you know what? Cancel me on the first episode. Let's go. Um, but okay. Anyway, the reason why I do the style the way that I do is because like I again was just so tired of doing things so proportionally correct. Like, yes, I understand the basis. You need to understand proportions, but I was like, it would be so much fun in order to express an emotion and the movement of a person dramatically than just have them proportionally accurate. And so then that kind of developed into like trans love, like this project that I was doing, and I wanted to exaggerate this movement of being together and this movement of like being trans in your body. So maybe that answers the question. But who knows?
Okay.
Shout out to the people who answer like who asked these
Shout
questions.
out to the
Thank you
people
guys
who
so much.
ask.
Yeah,
Y'all are
just saying,
goated.
like y'all are great.
It's freaking me out because I can barely hear
Boom!
you.
Boom! Boom!
What's happening? What's happening?
You don't know that TikTok? That's like, hey, my mom just died. Oh, that's so sad. 5 booms for you. Boom! Boom! Okay.
Okay, well,
Now,
now if I answer the question, um, I think what draws me to surrealism is translating thoughts into visuals for others to see. I think it's like my way of mirroring my brain and my thoughts. And I think painting and drawing and just like art in general is the easiest way. I've been interested in like experimenting this medium through like performing or perhaps um not sculptor, but yeah, or photography. I feel like I need to dive myself more into other fields, not just so like the traditional hand stuff. But yeah. So poop, yes or no?
yes, I haven't pooped today though. So, no?
Would you rather pee or would you rather poop?
Poop. You get more satisfaction out of a
Actually,
good
I'd
poop.
rather pee. Okay, let's not get political with this one.
I'll answer the next one. I mean, I'll
Do
ask
you
that.
think
Hey, wait. Hey, we gotta share. Do you think your art is evolving right now? What direction do you say it's going?
Um, I think it is. I think it will never stop evolving. That's like the wonder and the magic of art because you will never get stuck on one thing. You always, like, as you go through life, you'll find new things that you're interested on, new things that you're learning, new people that you're relating yourself to, and all of those factors, just like everyday life, everyday activities will spark something new in your art. And even if you don't have to force it. That's the thing. It will just happen. And right now I'm at a spot where I know it's evolving because I'm not afraid anymore to paint what I want. I'm not afraid anymore to like just break the barriers and like if you're worried about family or just like public figure, yada yada, like don't think that doesn't worry me. Yes, it does, but you have to get rid of that so you can grow. And the easiest thing to do is not carry. Which I'm like the gaff emperor. I will always gaff, but yeah, I think that it's going in the right direction, and I will just keep painting what I want to paint and communicating what I want the world to know.
Yeah, I think as an artist, there's never a point in your life where you stop evolving, you stop growing. There's always something, not that there's always something that needs to be fixed, but there's always something that can be changed. You're always learning. There's not a point in your life
Mhm.
that you stop learning. You're always gonna learn. And I think, oh, it says like, what direction is it going? I think my art is going into this direction. It's definitely becoming a bit more abstract in the figurative sense. Do I want it to be a bit more abstract? Yes, but at the same time, I love being figurative because I love communicating, just like our bodies. Um, but the whole thing about gaffing, I have been on such a like rant recently in my life where I'm just like, why do we care so much? Like, why do we care? Why do I care? I
For
shouldn't care.
real,
Like, I am
for real.
painting because like I want to express like very personal things, like things that I want people who like are trans, who support trans, like want to see this. And I remember I was doing a portrait of myself where I'm literally naked, and I'm like, the whole thing about the family, it's like my family is gonna see me and I'm painting myself naked, and I'm painting myself as a trans person, and a lot of my family doesn't know that I'm trans, and it's like, oh, like should I do this? Should I not? Who cares? Who cares?
Plus, everyone's gonna move on from that. Everyone will probably react to it
My
and move
bush
on.
be out and it looks good. Who cares? That portrait was good. Okay? And I'll leave it at that. Thank you. Shit, froze.
Okay, I feel like we
Wait,
covered
wait.
that pretty well.
Lattice, you like froze. I went, my bush looks good, and then you went, and then your face froze literally like this.
No, I said braid the bush.
Hey!
Hey. And then I said that I'm planning a painting about that because I tried to do it once.
Hey, I love
TMI,
that.
fun fact.
Who cares? Literally the who cares mindset.
Who
Bring
cares?
back the who cares
Hey,
mindset.
there's at least two people that are listening now that have braided their bushes. Am I right?
You know what? I really, 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 really care. April Fools! Who cares?
Don't bring up April Fools. Don't remind people that it's April Fools because everything about this is
Guys, April
genuine. We're not
Fools, we didn't go
pranking.
live. We
Okay,
didn't
I'm
go
the
live.
number one hater.
We didn't go live. I'm sorry. Okay,
Okay,
next question.
next question.
Okay, fave parts of our process and one you look forward to. Or one you don't look forward to.
I think my favorite part of the process is
Finishing.
putting things down on the canvas first because there's nothing to be expected from that. Like once you put an underpainting, once you make a sketch, it can look rough and messy and like you don't know where it's gonna go. But just because it takes away the pressure part of starting a painting. But my favorite part is when I like what's happening and the vision's coming to something that other people can see and like appreciate. And then I can keep adding stuff. Oh my God, am I that boring?
Yeah.
Shit, like I'll show up. Um, like when I see it and I think of something else that I didn't think about before and I can just add it and it's fun. How about you?
No,
If you're
yeah.
so tired.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go to sleep. I completely agree. I think that beginning part when you just put it down, it's the most unintimidating because it's like you're like, okay, well I got this kind like you can't really fuck up the beginning because like you're gonna paint on top of it. It's usually those last stages where you can like fuck it up a little bit. Um, but I think my favorite part is stepping back and being like, yeah, I think that's it. That's it. I'm done. Gotta put this all inside. I'm done. Because
Yeah,
then
that too.
you're like,
When
you're
you
like,
know you're done and you're like, yeah.
yeah, put it. I'm like, yeah, yeah. I'm just like, okay, now put that over there. Next one. Next.
Next one.
I think that's
Okay.
the part. Wait, it said like We don't look forward to. I don't look forward to I don't look forward there's not really anything that I don't look forward to when it comes to painting. I guess it's just like me overthinking, which just happens, you know.
I agree with that. Like once you start doubting yourself and like dreading painting, that's the worst part. But
Yeah.
I think you start dreading painting when it starts feeling like a chore and not like you're enjoying it. But for me, when it starts becoming a chore, for some reason I crave it. I'm like, I need to go paint. Like I don't want to, but I need to go paint. And just that thought of needing to, it's great. It's great. It's good for me. What do you think it's the best way to stay motivated for big projects?
Yeah, I'm chewing. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Please put the microphone near to your mouth and stop chewing.
Oh God. I guess for me, what's keeping me motivated with my project is because I love it so much. I love the fact that I've been able to like interview people here in Mexico, like trans people here in Mexico and paint them. Also, there's a sense of responsibility to get it done because I went through the whole process of like I interviewed them, I went to their places, I took photos of them like in a very vulnerable state, and now I'm portraying them in this beautiful painting. Like I need to get this done. So I guess it's like finding a project that you really
Passionate.
yeah, exactly. Don't I know it's really hard when it comes to being in school and doing projects you don't want to do. I've been there, have to do so many projects where I'm like, what do you mean I have to do another five still lifes of the same goddamn vase we've had here for 4 years? Like what? But it's just like, if it is the same vase that you've been painting for so long, do something different with it. That's why I'm like, don't stick to the realism. Fuck it up. Make the vase purple. Make the vase black. I don't know. Like, keep switching up your art. I think that's what keep you motivated is to keep trying different things.
You know what's the craziest part? That like including bold colors onto figures only started a century ago. So in the 1900s, bro.
Oh, I
Like
started
we've
that,
been
by the
doing
way. I time traveled.
artists have been doing this for only 100 years, and this is year 2025. So what does that say? What does that leave us with? If something as stupid as making someone blue was like a huge thing in the art world back then, what are we supposed to do now? Since that's the normal part. I was talking about that with my abstract professor, and I was like, what if I just started like painting with body fluids? Like saliva, boogers, like I don't fucking know, like
Oh,
disgusting shit.
piss.
No, I'm not going to, but this is just an idea. Like, how far is contemporary art going to go in the next few years? Because we're gonna keep exploring with like digital media and robotics and like all these AI bullshit.
Dude,
Like,
dude,
but once
imagine
we
just like, imagine being like, where's your paint? You're like, hold on. Here we go.
it's disgusting. But my professor agreed with me. He agreed with me. He was like, yeah, like it may happen and it will happen. Like, do you think people haven't painted with period blood before? Of course they have.
Dude,
Did you
yeah,
know that
people
the
painted
pigment
on
India
period
yellow
blood
came from
pentagons
cow
and
piss?
shit in my like high school bathroom stalls. Like it's art. Keep going.
Ew. It's
Sorry.
true. I've seen that before. But what I'm saying is that if cow piss was used to make paint for artists to use, isn't that gonna happen with like human fluids? It's disgusting. That's another topic.
I mean,
I'm very like intrigued on like where's everything gonna go in the future.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if people would start.
If 100 years ago it was crazy to paint someone green, is it gonna be crazy to paint with your shit? Like probably not. And that's a little bit worrying, but
Dude, the smell of that. Oh my God.
let's change the topic. Next question.
Yeah. Okay.
A piece, what's the piece you feel the most connected to?
Ugh, sorry. Um, a piece, a piece that I've made that I feel most connected to. Um, well, I guess like the huge ass portrait that I did of myself. That was the first time I painted myself like that big and like vulnerable because I'm showing myself putting like trans tape on, and then I'm just like bush out, sitting on my bed. The photo of that will never see the internet. That photo will never reach the internet. You don't
Yeah,
need to know. Here's one thing. Never ask an artist for their reference photos. Never.
heavy
Especially
on
if they're
that.
self-portraits. Never ask them for the reference photos. Because we go to the most like awkward poses and weird fucking faces and weird lighting to get like that like I can't wait to paint that look. Those reference photos will never reach the internet. So, don't ask. But anyway, that's a good question. Um,
Yeah.
but what about you? What's one of your pieces? Is it the boobs with the nipple
Um,
faces? I like that one.
which one?
The boobs with the nipple faces.
I was gonna say that one's just one of my favorite ones because
One of my favorite
it
ones.
was a sketch that I did on my sketchbook. It was literally like the simplest thing ever, like four circles and then two sad faces in each smaller circle. And the fact that I could turn it into that, I was like, I can do anything.
It's
Lit
like that
cat.
fucking meme that's like, ah, when she gets touched, the eyes. Oh.
But the thing that I feel the most connected to is the cada loco con su tema. ¿Por qué? Porque let me elaborate. That piece, it took me 6 months to actually get started on it. Um, it was also like the reference picture part. I took over 100 pictures of me smiling, like doing anything. And I I used to be a little bit insecure about my smile. Let's just start it with that because it's just like crooked. Like it's a little bit crooked and my face is
Don't.
a
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
you're beautiful.
Let's.
Okay.
This isn't a
And
singing podcast.
people would just like point out that they like my smile. And I never thought about it that way. And then I started like appreciating pictures of little me smiling and just how pure and special that is.
Of
And yeah,
course.
my mouth is big, so it's a big part of me, and I'm always
Yeah, because
smiling.
you're always eating on those paintings. Because you're eating it up. Ah!
But again, like choosing the pictures to paint, sculpting the noses, like just finally adding a sculpted 3D element onto a painting, like things that I've been doing separately for years, like something as simple as putting noses just because I thought that it would be easier, and I mean it was, than to paint each separate nose. But yeah, and I started like I was gonna restart that painting entirely. I was gonna scrap it and not do it. And I'm so glad for my friend Irina. Like shout out to Irina for screaming at me and making me snap out of it. Um, and I don't I don't know. I It all started because I really like my smile, and that was the thing. That was gonna be the title. But then when I changed it to each their own, that means like I'm the tooth that's falling from the mouth, bro. Like from a family where they're all engineers and they're doctors and they're scientists. Like I'm the only one that has
Aren't you the
storyline
broke
arc.
one?
Uh-huh.
You're the broke one.
No, I won't
I'm
be.
kidding.
I
I'm kidding.
can I
No,
can't that's
hey, manifest. Stop saying the artists are gonna be starving. And like, so what? If I'm
that's
starving,
only
where's my
gonna happen if
waist?
you
I'm
let it
kidding.
happen.
I'm
Am I
kidding.
right?
Let me see.
Oh my God. Wait.
Hey!
Hey.
Wait, does it say what artists are we looking at and what color palettes inspire?
What artists we're looking at? Let me from the top of my head. Dana Schutz, Sasha Gordon, Erin Miles, top three. Loki, I'm starting to not look at Sasha Gordon as much as I used to before, but Erin Miles and Dana Schutz, huge inspiration for both color composition and figure interpretation.
Yeah, I think especially Um,
Go.
ever since coming to Mexico, I've looked up to a lot of Mexican artists, especially Mexican muralists. And one of them would be Siqueiros. Oh my God. Look at
Mm.
any mural by Siqueiros. That texture. I just want to be like on the texture of his fucking paintings. Like his murals are just so good. And like what I love about that era of like Mexican muralists is that they talk so much about like the colonialism of like the New Spain era. I'm just like,
Mhm.
fuck the Spaniards. If you're a Spaniard, fuck off. Anyway, um, and another one that I've looked up to a lot that I actually found on Pinterest. But anyway, Luis Fratino. Luis Fratino.
Go. I'm
It
hungry.
says we're running out of time. It says we have 10 minutes left. Anyway, Luis Fratino, search him up. He is such an like he's an American painter who only paints like gay paintings, of like gay men like together in love, like and the way that he distorts proportions and his colors is exactly like what I look up to. I feel like if you see his paintings and then you see mine, you see exactly where the inspiration is coming from. Anyway, let's move on. Do you want to ask a question? Do you want to
I
pick one?
I think we should um all the art school questions we can cover it on another episode. We can make it
I
just
think
for
we can
that.
do a part two of these.
Yeah. But I think what gives you hope for what gives you hope? What makes you believe in yourself that you can be an artist?
Jesus Christ. What gives me
María, la
hope?
Virgen del Baño.
La Virgen
Go.
María.
What?
Mother, mother. What gives me hope? Um, what gives me hope is seeing people at our age. Um, there's so many people our age are becoming artists. What I've noticed that differentiates from a lot of other generations. A lot of people our age are going in that creative side of the world. And I think that is so necessary right now when we are so filled with corrupt people in like big positions that we need these artists to like um fight against that and express that and document history because they're trying to erase history and
Mhm.
they can't erase art.
And
Especially
we are the woke generation.
we're too woke. We're too woke right now. No, actually fuck this generation is too woke, it's too liberal, they're thinking too much. Um Go back to AI art. Like,
Like, I have not seen a single like 40, 50-year-old artist addressing any topics unless they're like woke. Because like my painting professor has made a few paintings about Trump, but like making fun of him. But no one does that like we do. And we know we're young. We know we can get away with it. And it's just gonna keep on happening. And the generations coming, they're learning from us. Like we are the standard for
no,
them.
exactly.
And
And I think what like another thing to point out is that I know it can be exhausting to always think, about everything that's going on in the world. So not
yeah,
always do you have to make paintings that portray that, like
at
obviously.
all.
But it is so hopeful seeing how many kids our age are like striving to make a difference in their art and just being artists in general. Like the rise of DJs, the rise of people like posting stuff on YouTube, the rise of like digital artists, painters, like designers, models, like all of these artists that are coming in our generation. It's great. It's really great.
I agree.
Um,
You're beautiful.
let me see.
It's true.
Ay, qué. Okay, no sé qué preguntar. Oh wait, I
Uh,
wanted to
uh,
ask
uh,
what are questions that I found funny.
I
Do you
can't hear
guys have
you.
a crush on each other?
That was fun. That was
Why
fun.
why
Fuck
the
you.
fuck would you guys ever ask that? Why would you guys ever ask that? That's not fucking funny. I'm not
This is
gay.
professional. This is business
I'm
only.
not gay. Let me tell
I'm
you something.
straight.
Being gay is disgusting. I'm a
We were
straight
talking about being
business
woke.
artist.
Don't be gay though.
Don't be gay. Anyway, yeah, I have a major fat crush on Lattice. I'm actually in love with Lattice, and Lattice doesn't know. So
No, it's true, it's true. But this is a secret.
this
This
is
is
me with
only a
Lattice.
first episode exclusive.
Oh, okay, okay.
Is that the last question?
Yeah, I think it's a good one to wrap it up on.
Um,
Lattice froze again. Anyway, while Lattice is frozen and we have 4 minutes left, sorry again that the live streaming didn't work right now. It kicked you, brother. What, brother? Hey! No, 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 no. Hey, hey, dude, kick your. Oh.
there we go.
Okay, quickly, we have like 2 minutes left.
There we go.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
sorry guys that the live streaming didn't work out. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna put in the time to actually genuinely figure it out instead of just doing it the morning of. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna upload this onto YouTube. So welcome to the pilot episode. I hope you guys like this kind of format. We do in the future want to invite like artists onto like these calls and like talk to them and really get to know people. So in the comments below, comment artists that you would love for us to talk about, to talk to, like talk
Or
just
invite.
comment, yeah, input as well. Like tell us what we can do differently, what you want to see
I
different.
have a few people that would be willing to be on the episodes.
Yeah,
Not
no, it's gonna be
only
sick.
people here at the school, but online friends as well that we've spoken to before, and they are interested of being a part of this. So maybe Zoom is gonna be the way because that way we can make it exclusive, and if we can make a live streams every now and then before getting too distracted, because that's another thing we're gonna want to interact more with people instead of discussing topics. And we need
Yeah.
stuff to like upload. I mean, like Nathan said, thank you guys so much for everything and leaving down your questions. Thank you for being here if you stayed until this part, and we'll see you so soon.
Yeah, yeah. Love you
So
guys.
soon.
Thank you for being so patient. And we'll see you guys next time.
What you say?
Oh,
Let's
not
blame
too
me
long
when
forever. Please
because you
don't
did it.
copyright.
Bruh. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.